Hello everyone, myself Dr. Ajit Kumar Surana, Assistant Professor, Chris Gandhiar University, Department of Physiotherapy. Today we are discussing about one of the electrotherapy topic, current. Faradic current is type, how it works in electrotherapy department. Today we are discussing about the Faradic current. First of all, the learning objectives of the Faradic currents or learning outcomes of the Faradic currents. Successfully, student therapists will be able to explain about the following: explain about accommodation, explain about the nature of Faradic currents, explain about the therapeutic and the physiological effects, techniques of application and clinical applications of Faradic currents. These are the learning outcomes of Faradic type of currents. Now, first of all, the definition of the Faradic type of current. Definition of Faradic currents: it is a short duration interrupted current with a pulse duration ranging from 0.1 and 1 ms and frequencies 30 to 100 Hz. It is mainly a short duration interrupted current. Faradic current, it is a short duration interrupted current with a pulse duration of Faradic current is ranging from 0.1 and 1 ms and frequency of 30 to 100 Hz. Now the waveform, it induces asymmetrical alternating currents. Waveform induce asymmetrical alternating currents. It is biphasic, asymmetrical, unbalanced, spiked. Positive portion shows short duration, high amplitude and spiked, and negative portion shows long duration, low amplitude and the curved. This is all about the definition of the Faradic type of current. It is mainly a short duration interrupted current with a pulse duration range from 0.1 and 1 ms and frequency of 30 to 100 Hz. Waveform, it induces asymmetrical alternating current, biphasical, asymmetrical, unbalanced spikes. Positive portion shows short duration, positive portion so short duration, high amplitude and the spike, negative portion, long duration, low amplitude and the curved. Now the modification of the Faradic currents. Faradic currents are always searched for treatment purposes to produce a near normal tendinic like contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Modification of the Faradic currents, they are always searched for treatment purpose. They are always used for treatment purpose. They produces a near normal tetanic like contraction. They mainly produces a near normal tetanic like contraction and relaxation of the muscles. Current surging means the gradual increase and decrease of peak intensity. Current surging means meaning of current surging is the gradual increase and decrease of peak intensity. So this is all about the modification of the Faradic currents. First, Faradic currents, they are always used for treatment purposes and they produce a near normal tetanic contraction and relaxation of the muscles. And current surging means the gradual increase and decrease of the peak intensity. Now the forms of Faradic currents. Each represents each represents one impulses. In surge current, the intensity of successive impulses increase gradually. In surge currents, the intensity of successive impulses, they increase gradually. Each impulse reaches a peak value greater than the preceding one, then falls either suddenly or gradually. Surge can be adjusted from 2 to 5 second surge continuously or by regularly selecting frequency from 6 to 30 surges per minute. And rest period or pause duration, it should be at least 2 to 3 times as long as that of the pulse. Rest duration or pause duration, it is 3 to 2 to 3 times as long as that of the pulse to give the muscle the sufficient time to recover. The most comfortable pulse is either 0.1 ms second pulse. Most forms of Faradic current, the most comfortable pulse, that is either 0.1 m second pulse with a frequency of 30 Hz or 1 m second pulse with a frequency of 50 Hz. Most comfortable pulses are either 0.1 m second pulse with a frequency of 70 to 70 Hz or 1 m second pulse with a frequency of 50 Hz. So practically, all skeletal muscles, tetanic contraction required a minimum frequency of 7 hertz. For practically all the skeletal muscles, they required a tetanic contraction of minimum frequency of 7 hertz. Lower frequencies result in separate contractions. Lower frequencies, they may result in separate contractions. Now, the most comfortable tetanic contraction are obtained with frequency between 40 and 80 hertz. Most comfortable tetanic contraction that is obtained with frequency between 40 and 80 hertz. Now the now the production of the Faradic currents. Production of the Now the production of the Faradic currents. Faradic currents, they are mainly produced by electronic stimulator containing a circuit called as multi-vibrator circuit. They are produced by the electronic stimulator containing a circuit called as multi-vibrator circuit. Now, what is multi-vibrator circuit? Multi-vibrator circuits, this circuit which impose valves or transistors is used to produce both the Faradic as well as the long duration galvanic current. The circuit, multi-vibrator circuit which incorporate valves or transistors that is used to produce both Faradic type of current and the galvanic type of, both are interrupted direct currents. Now the principle underlying the working of the circuits are the principles underlying the working circuits are the switching action of the switching action of the triode valves, switching action of the triode valves, and the working of CR timing circuit. Switching action of the triode valve and the working of the CR timing circuit. Now the description of the circuit. The circuit consists of two triode valves. The circuit of the multi-vibrator circuits. It consists of two triode valves. Wire parallel. The wires are parallel to each other between the supply lines. The wires, they are parallel to each other between the supply lines. There are wiring of resistance RA1 and RA2. Wirings of resistance RA1 and RA2, which are wired in series with valves, which are wired with a series with valves V1 and V2. There are two condensers C1 and C2, which are wired parallel to the V1 and V2. Two condensers C1 and C2, which are wired parallel to valves V1 and V2. The condenser C1 is connected to grid G2 or valve 2. The condenser C1, it is connected to grid G2 of valve V2 and resistance R2. The condenser C2 then it is connected to grid 1 or valve V1 and resistance RA. Now the working of the circuit. How circuit works? A small fluctuation of current across the a small fluctuation of current that is across the terminal supplying the circuit influences the working of this circuit. The circuit suffers from the fluctuation resulting in a decrease in the circuit suffers from the fluctuations resulting in a decrease or in intensity of the current between the supply lines. That fluctuation of current flow causes a fall of current across valve V1. The fluctuation of current that flow cause a fall of current across valve V1. When the current flow across V1 falls, the following sequence of events takes place. This is all about the working of the circuit. Now the effects of the Faradic currents. Effects of the Faradic currents, effects of the Faradic currents or physiological effects of the Faradic currents. First one is the stimulation of the sensory nerve. It is not very marked because of the short duration. It is not very marked because of short duration. It causes reflex vasodilatation. It causes the reflex vasodilatation of superficial blood vessels leading to slight erythema. Vasodilatation means dilatations of the vessels or spreading of the vessels of the blood flow, due to which the blood flow may increase. So it may cause reflex vasodilatation of the superficial blood vessels leading to the slight arrhythmia. The vasodilatations occurs only in the superficial tissue. Now the vasodilatation, it may occurs in the superficial tissue. Now when we applying Faradic of type of current, the subject or the patient experience the mild tingling and prickling sensation due to sensory stimulation of by the due to sensory stimulation by the current. There might occur a mild arrhythmia of the skin due to reflex vasodilatation of the superficial blood vessels. Now, second one is the stimulation of motor nerves. It occurs if the current is of sufficient intensity, causing contracture of muscle supplied by the nerve distal. It occurs if the current is of sufficient intensity. Stimulation of motor nerves occurs if the current is of sufficient intensity. Is they cause contraction of the muscles supplied by the nerve distals to the point of stimulus. They causing contraction of muscle supplied by the nerve distal to the point of stimulus. A suitable Faraday current applied to the muscle elicits a contraction of muscle. Suitable Faraday currents they applied to the muscle. Then a suitable Faraday current applied to the muscle, they elicits a contraction of muscle itself and may also spread to the neighboring muscles and may also they spread to the neighboring muscles. The character of the response varies with the nature and strength of the stimulus. Now the character of responses, they are varies with the nature, they are varies with the nature and strength of the stimulus. They are varies with the nature and strength of the stimulus employed and the normal or the pathological state of muscle and nerve, and normal and pathological state of muscle and nerve. Or the Faradic type of current, sufficient intensity is applied to the motor nerve. It produces muscle content frequency. And now the frequency of stimulation of the motor nerve is 30 hertz or more. The contraction is tetanic, producing early muscle fatigue. Such a current is applied to patient after surging. Now the contraction is tetanic in type of because the stimulus is repeated 50 times or more per second. If this type is maintained for more than a short time, muscle fatigue occurs. If this type of current is maintained for more than a short time, it may cause muscle fatigue. So the current is commonly surged to allow for muscle relaxation. So this type of current is commonly surged to allow for muscle relaxation. That is, when the current is surged, the contraction gradually increase and decrease. When the current is surged, the contraction they are gradually increases and decreases in strength in a manner similar to the voluntary contractures. Now, third one is the stimulation of nerve is due to producing a change in the semi-permeability of the cell membrane. Stimulation of nerve, it is mainly due to producing a change in the semi-permeability of the cell membrane. This is achieved by altering the resting membrane potential. This is mainly achieved by altering the resting membrane potential. Achieved by altering the resting membrane potential when it reaches a critical excitatory level. When it reaches a critical excitatory level, the muscle supplied by this nerve is activated to contract. So, four, stimulation of nerve is due to prolong producing a change in the semi-permeability of the cell membrane. This is mainly achieved by altering the resting membrane potential. When it reaches a critical excitatory level, the muscle supplied by this nerve is activated to contract. Now, Faraday current will not stimulate denervated muscles. Faraday current will not stimulate the denervated muscle. In denervated means the nerve supply to muscle being treated must be intact. The nerve supply to the muscle being treated must be intact because the intensity of the current needed to depolarize the muscle membrane is too great to be comfortably tolerated by the patient in the absence of nerve. Now, they use in reducing of swelling and pain, reducing of swelling and pain. It occurs due to alternation of permeability of the cell membrane. It is occurs mainly due to the alternation of the permeability of the cell membrane leading to acceleration of fluid movement in the swollen tissue and arterial dilatation. Or moreover, it leads to increased metabolism and get rid of waste product. Now it is used in reduction of swelling and pain. it mainly occurs due to alternation of the permeability of the cell membrane. It mainly occurs due to the alternation of the permeability of the cell membrane. This may lead to the acceleration of fluid movement, due to which it may lead to the acceleration of fluid movement in the swollen tissues, and arterial dilatation. Moreover, it leads to increased metabolism and get rid of the waste products. It may leads to the they may increase metabolism and get rid of the waste product from out of the body. Now, next one is the chemical changes. The ions move one way during one phase of the current. The ions which move one way during one phase of the currents and in reverse direction during the other phase of the current. If it is alternating, the ions, they are moving in one phase during they move in one way during one phase of the current, and in the reverse direction during the other phase of the current, if it is alternating. If the two phases are equal, the chemical formed during one phase are neutralized during the next phase. If the two phases are equal, the chemical formed during the first phase or one phase, it is neutralized by during the next phase. It may be neutralized by, during the next phase. Now, in Faradic current, chemical formation should not be great enough. Chemical formation should not be great enough to give rise to serious danger of burns because of the short duration of the impulses. In Faradic current, the chemical formation should not be great enough to give rise to the serious dangers of the burn just because of the short duration of the impulses. These are the chemical changes. Now, constant current or CC, relationship between potential V, current I, and resistance is expressed by Ohm's law. V is equal to I into R. Now, constant current is a relation between potential V and current I, and resistance is expressed by Ohm's law. V is equal to, as the resistance of skin fluctuated during treatment. As the resistance of the skin that is fluctuated during treatment, Ohm's law implies that the current can increase, resulting in unpleasant sensation for the patient. If the resistance of the skin they may fluctuated during treatment, Ohm's law implies that Ohm's law implies that the current can increase strongly or resulting in unpleasant sensation for the patient with low frequency direct current types. With low frequency direct current, this is undesirable increase in amplitude could cause damage of the skin. This with low frequency direct current types, this undesirable increase in amplitude could cause damage of the skin. Now, constant current mode avoids these effects. Constant current mode avoids these effects as the selected current amplitude is maintained at a constant value. Constant current mode avoided these effects as the selected current amplitude is maintained as a constant value. Now, the constant current principle is good choice for stationary techniques. Constant current principles, they are good for the stationary techniques. However, it can lead to problems in dynamic application techniques. They can lead problems in dynamic application techniques. So they are good principle in choice for stationary techniques, but they may create problems in dynamic application techniques. If the effective area of electrode is continuously changing, the patient, if the effective area of the electrode is continuously changing, the patient, electrode is continuously changing the patient with experience. This is an increase in amplitude, although in fact the amplitude does not increases. The increased sensation of current is due to an increase in the current density. Now, the increased sensation of the current, it is mainly due to an increase in the current intensity. This is not only unpleasant for the patient but can also lead to an incorrect interpretation in electrodiagnostics. Now, the constant voltage. In this case, if the effective electrode area is reduced, if the effective electrode area is reduced, which is equivalent to an increase in the resistance, the amplitude will also be reduced. In this case, if the effective area is reduced, which is equivalent to an increase in the resistance, which is equivalent to an increase in the resistance, the amplitude will also be reduced. V is to R is equal to I, so that the current density remains the same. So that the current density remains the same, the patient will experience no change in the sensation of the current. So that the current density remains same, due to which the patient will experience no changes in the sensation of the current. Now, application of the Faradic current. Application of the Faradic currents. Muscle stimulation with Faradic current, the muscle must have good general innervation. While we stimulate the muscle with Faradic current, the muscle must have a good general innervation. The current may be applied for both diagnostic and therapeutic objects. The Faradic current, they may applied for both the diagnostic and the therapeutic objects. Now, diagnostic objects of the Faradic currents. Investigation of myasthenic reactions, for the investigation of the myasthenic reactions, for the investigation of the myotonic reactions, and localization of the neuropyrexia, nerve compression block. Now, the diagnostic objectives of the Faradic currents are, they are mainly used for the investigation of myasthenic reactions, investigation of myasthenic reactions. Second one is the investigation of myotonic reactions, investigation of the myotonic reaction, and localization of neuropyrexia, nerve compression block. Now, the indications of Faradic type of current. They facilitation of muscle contraction inhibited by pain. Facilitation of muscle contraction inhibited by pain. Stimulation must be stopped when good voluntary contraction is obtained. Stimulation must be stopped when the good voluntary contraction is obtained. In facilitation of muscle contraction inhibited by pain and muscle spasm during movement cause central inhibition, causing movement inhibition. Muscle wasting impaired afferent impulse production, and makes restoration of muscle power as a slow process. Overactivation of antagonist group with result from a deficiency of afferent impulse from waist muscles, old age. So they are mainly used in stimulation, is extensively used therapeutically to initiate and facilitate voluntary contraction of the muscle in different stimulation, where voluntary contraction inhibited or the impossible due to pain or injury. Now, they are mainly in facilitation of muscle contraction. They are mainly used in the osteoarthritis conditions, rheumatoid arthritis condition. Osteoarthritic condition is a degenerative joint disorder, and the rheumatoid arthritis is an inflammatory disorder of the joint. Now, second one is the re-education of the muscle. Re-education of the muscles. Muscle contraction is needed to restore the sense of movement in case of prolonged disuse or incorrect use. Muscle contraction is needed. The muscle contraction is needed to restore the sense of movement in cases of prolonged tissues, movement in cases of prolonged disuse or incorrect uses, and in muscle transplantations. The brain appreciates movements, not muscle actions. The brain appreciates movement, not muscle action. So the current should be applied to cause the movement that patient is unable to perform voluntarily. So the Faradic current should be applied to cause the movement. They cause the movement that the patient is unable to perform voluntary movements. They are mainly used in conditions like flat foot condition, hallux valgus deformities. So they may use in the re-education of the muscles. Now, third one is a training a new muscle action. Training a new muscle actions. After tendon transplantation, muscle may be required to perform a different after the tendon transplantation due to surgery. Muscle may be required to perform a different action from that previously carried out with stimulation by Faradic current. The patient must concentrate with the new action and assist with voluntary contractions. So they are mainly used in re-education of tendon transfer in the foot drops. So they is training in new muscle actions. Now fourth one is they are used in nerve damage. When a nerve is severed, degeneration of the axons takes place after several days. When the nerve is severed, degeneration of the axons takes place after several days. So for a few days after the injury, the muscle contraction may be obtained with Faradic currents. For a few days after the injury, the muscle contraction they are mainly obtained by the Faradic currents. It should be used to exercise the muscle. It should be used to exercise the muscle as long as good response is present. It should be used to exercise the muscle as long as good response is present, but must be replaced by modified direct current as soon as response begins to weaken. It should be used to exercise the muscle as long as good experience is present, but it must be replaced by the modified direct current as soon as response began to the weaken. Now improvement of venous and lymphatic drainage. They are used in improvement of venous and lymphatic drainage in edema and gravitational ulcer. The venous and lymphatic return should be increased by the pumping action of the alternate muscle contraction and relaxation. In edema and the gravitational ulcers, the venous and lymphatic return, they should be increased by the pumping action of, they should be increased by the pumping action of alternate muscle contraction and the relaxation techniques. Or it may use in the deformity corrections, or it may use in the prevention and loosening of adhesions. They may also use in preventions and loosening of any adhesions formation in the body. So they may use in prevention and loosening of the adhesions. After effusion, adhesions are liable to form after effusion or after any surgery. Adhesions are liable to form. Adhesions may be formed in the body. So adhesions are liable to form, which can be prevented by keeping structure moving with respect to each other. Which can be prevented by keeping structure moving with respect to each other. Now, after effusion, adhesions are liable to form, which can be prevented. The adhesions they are uh, joint of the body. It is prevented from the adhesions by keeping the joints or structures moving with respect to each other. Formed adhesions may be stressed and loosened by the muscle contraction. Formed adhesions, when the adhesions are formed, they may stressed and loosened by the muscle contractions. So they may use in the prevention and the loosening of the adhesions. Like after effusions, adhesions are liable to form, which can be prevented by keeping structures moving with respect to each other. Formed adhesions may be stressed and loosened by the muscle contractions. Now, they may use in painful knee syndrome conditions. They may also use in painful knee syndrome conditions. After any trauma, after any accidental condition, there is inhibition of the muscle contraction leading to muscle atrophy. After any injury or after any trauma, there is inhibition of muscle contractions, due to which they may lead to the muscle atrophy. This is all about the indications of Faradic type of current. First one is they are used in facilitation of muscle contraction inhibited by pain, muscle re-education, training in new muscle actions, nerve damage, improvement of venous and lymphatic drainage, and prevention and loosening of adhesions and painful knee syndrome conditions. Now the techniques of application of Faradic currents. First one is the preparation of the apparatus. First we prepare the apparatus for the treatment purpose. Now select the neuromuscular electrical stimulator. First we select the neuromuscular electric stimulator and set the selection knob towards the Faradic side. Now we select the knob towards the Faradic side. Select the electrode as per as the size of the muscle. Now we select the electrode as per as size of the muscles. to be stimulated, area of the placement of the passive electrode, and area of the placement of the passive electrode. Now prepare the pad electrode. Now we prepare the pad electrode by cutting length cloth. Now we prepare the pad electrode by cutting length cloths of appropriate size, length cloths of appropriate size corresponding to the size of the platelets, as the plate should be, leave a gap of 1 centimeter all around from the margin of the length pad, and there should be a minimum of 8 layers of length pad of on each side, which is required to make perfect. 8 layers of length pads on each side must be required to make perfect contact with the to make them perfect contact with the skin and to absorb any chemicals that are formed under the electrode. Mainly 8 layer of the lint cloths on each side of the electrode may be used or required, because it may used to make perfect contact with the skin and they absorb any chemicals that are formed under the electrodes. If we can use carbon electrode in place of plate electrodes, or if we select carbon electrodes, there is no need to use lint cloths. There is no need to use lint cloths, as the electrode is applied to the skin through electronic electrode gel. So the electrode they are applied to the skin through electrode gel. Now they select the disc of the pen electrode corresponding to the size of the muscle to be stimulated. Now we select the disc of the pen electrode corresponding to the size of the muscle to be stimulated. While selecting the plate of the pad electrodes, the corners of the plates are we see that the corners of the plates are rounded, as pointed corners lead to the concentration of the current. Because the pointed corners they may lead to the concentration of the current. Now connect the electrode to the machine. Now we connect the electrode to the machine through the lead, that is red or brown with the passive and black or blue with the active. Connect the input cable to the power plug. Now the second one is the preparation of the patient. Second one is the preparation of the patient. The therapist should accept the patient with a warm welcome and place him comfortable on a chair or couch. First, the therapist should accept the patient with an warm welcome and place him comfortable on a chair or couch. The therapist check the patient records. Now the therapist must check the patient records and referral reports, and looks for any contraindication of the. Now the patient is explained about the nature of the treatment. Now the patient must be explained about the nature of the treatment, the sensation to be experienced, and do's such as contribute voluntarily in the production of movement along with the stimulus. Report to the therapist immediately if any abnormal feelings such as burning sensation is experienced, and don'ts such as not to sleep during uh, treatment, and not to touch any metallic objects connected to the earth, etc. Now the sensation of the patient's skin. Now the sensation of the patient's skin over which the electrodes will be applied are tested for the pain sensitivity. Now the sensation of the patient's skin over which the electrode will be applied are tested for pain sensitivity. After the patient was found suitable for the stimulation or for the treatment, the therapist clean the area of the electrode placement by soap and water, and moisten the part with warm 1% saline. Used tape water if in the absence of warm 1% saline. If there are regions of broken skin, if there is um, any region of broken over which the electrodes are to be placed. If there is any region of broken skin over which the electrode are to be placed, such area such areas are protected by the such areas are protected by the petroleum jelly that is covered with dry cotton wool. The patient is positioned in such a comfortable way. Now the patient position in such a comfortable way that joint over the muscle so stimulated works remain preferably in loose pack position. and the muscle to be stimulated remains in a partially shortened position, that is in the middle range of muscle work. Say for example the wrist in 10 to 15 degree of extension for the stimulation of the wrist extensors. So this is all about the preparation of the machine. This is all about the preparation of the machine, techniques of application of Faraday type. First one is preparation of apparatus or machine, or second one is the preparation of the patient. Now the contraindications of Faraday type of current. It may be contraindicated in conditions like skin lesions. The current collects at that point causing pain, because the current collects at that point. The current that collects at the current collects at that point causing pain. Certain dermatological conditions such as psoriasis, tinea, and ischemia. They are contraindicated in certain dermatological conditions such as psoriasis, tinea, and ischemia. Acute infections and inflammations, they are contraindicated in acute inflammatory conditions and in inflammations. Thrombosis, it is contraindicated in thrombosis. Loss of sensation conditions, cancer conditions, cardiac pacemaker, and superficial metals. So Faraday type of current, they are contraindicated in skin lesions. So the skin lesions, like the current collect at that point causing pain. Certain dermatological conditions such as psoriasis, tinea, and ischemia. Acute infection, inflammation, thrombosis condition, loss of sensation, cancer, cardiac pacemaker, and superficial metal conditions. So they are contraindicated in these conditions. Now the method of application, this is one unipolar and bipolar. Techniques of application, methods of application, they are unipolar or bipolar. Now the techniques of application, there are group muscle stimulation and motor point stimulation. Technique of application of Faraday type of current, they are group muscle stimulation. First they are group muscle stimulation, and the second one is the motor point stimulation. For group muscle stimulation, stationary stimulation, we use stationary stimulation. Active electrode and passive electrode is kept in stationary. For group stimulation, stationary stimulation. Second one is active electrode and passive electrode will kept stationary. They kept stationary. Now motor point stimulation. Now the motor point stimulation. Second one is the stimulation of motor point. First of all, what is motor points? Motor point stimulation. First is motor point. What is motor point? Motor points, it is the point over the motor point stimulation. It is the point over the muscle where the main motor nerve enters it. Motor point stimulation means, first one is the motor point. What is motor point? Defined as the point, it is the point over the muscle where the main motor nerve enters it. Thus this is the point over the surface of muscle. This is the point over the surface of muscle where greater density of terminal and plates are found. So it is a point over the muscles where the main motor nerve enters it, or this is a point over the surface of the muscle. Point over the surface of the muscle where great densities of terminal and plates are found. At these points, there are zones of low threshold excitability. At these points, there is a zones of low threshold excitability, and the skin is more sensitive to Faraday type of current, and the skin is more sensitive to the Faraday type of current. These points lies at the junction of the upper one third and lower one third of the fleshy valley. So this motor points. They are at the junction of the they are lies at the junction of the upper one third and lower two third upper one third and lower two third of the fleshy belly of the muscles. These are the motor points. techniques of application, method of application, unipolar, bipolar. Techniques of application, these are group muscle stimulation, and second one is the motor point stimulation. For group muscle stimulation, there is another is group muscle stimulation. In group muscle stimulation which makes all the muscles of a group work together. A group muscle stimulation means stimulation which makes all the muscles of a group work together. Is a it is a satisfactory method of re-educating the action of satisfactory method of re-educating the action of muscles which normally work in groups, such as quadriceps, the muscle of pelvic floor, and the small muscles of the foot. For the group stimulation, preferably the passive electrode is for the group stimulation, preferably the passive electrode is placed over the plexus or nerve trunks at the place where it is superficial. For the group stimulation, the passive electrode is placed over the plexus nerve trunk, plexus nerve trunk, uh, plexus or nerve trunk at the place where it is superficial, and the active electrode, preferably a pad electrode, as in quadriceps stimulation is placed over the motor points of the different muscle in the groups. So this is all about the group muscle stimulation. Group muscle stimulation mainly used which makes all the muscles of a group work together, is a satisfactory method of re-educating the action of muscles. Second one is the motor points. These are the motor points of the axillary nerves. These are the motor points of the axillary nerve. These are the motor points of the musculocutaneous nerve. Musculocutaneous nerve is the branch of the brachial plexus of upper trunk, and these are the motor points of the musculocutaneous. Musculocutaneous nerve is the nerve of the arm. It is the nerve of the arm. So these are the motor points of the. Now the motor points of the radial nerve. Radial nerve is the radial nerve supply the um, posterior part of the arm, supplies the posterior muscles of the arm or the extensors of the arm. Now these are the motor points of the median nerve: lobe lumbricals 1 and 2, opponens pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, and the flexor pollicis brevis. These are the motor points of the median nerves. Over lumbricals 1 and 2, opponens pollicis, abductor pollicis brevis, and the flexor pollicis brevis. These are the motor points of ulnar for the hand, motor points of the femoral nerves. They supply motor points of the femoral nerve at the sartorius muscle, at tensor fascia lata, at rectus femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus medialis, and for the leg, peroneus longus, extensor hallucis longus. Uh, Now these are the motor points of the sciatic nerves for the biceps femoris, gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, semitendinosus over the semitendinosus, and semimembranosus, gastrocnemius, medial fibers of gastrocnemius, lateral fibers of gastrocnemius, soleus, flexor digitorum longus, tibialis posterior, flexor hallucis longus, and the motor points of the tibial nerves. Now the precautions and dangers of the Faradic type of current. Precautions and dangers of the Faradic type current. If the skin sensation is not normal, it is preferably to position the electrode at an alternative site which ensure effective circulation. Precautions and the dangers. If the skin sensation is not normal, skin sensation of the body are not normal, it is preferably to the position the electrode at an alternative site which ensures effective circulation. Second precaution danger is avoid active epiphyseal regions in children. We may avoid active epiphyseal region in children. Select stimulation. We select stimulation parameter appropriate to the effect desired. We uh, select stimulation parameter appropriate to the effect desired. Inappropriate stimulation parameters may cause muscle damage. Inappropriate stimulation Inappropriate stimulation parameters, they may cause muscle damage, reduction in blood flow, reduction in blood flow through the muscle, and low frequency muscle fatigues. And appropriate care should be taken to ensure that the level of muscle contraction initiated does not compromise the muscle nor the joints over which it acts. Patient with a history of epilepsy should be treated at the discretion of physiotherapist. In the direction of patient with a history of epilepsy should be treated at the direction of physiotherapists in consultation with the appropriate medical parameters. So these are the precautions of the Faraday type of currents. If the skin sensation is not normal, it is preferably to position the electrode at an alternative side which ensure effective circulation. Second, avoid active epiphyseal region in children. Select stimulation parameters appropriate to the effective desires. Inappropriate stimulation parameters may cause muscle damage, a reduction in blood flow through the muscle, and low frequency muscle fatigues. Appropriate care should be taken to ensure that the level of the muscle contraction initiated does not comprise the muscles nor the joints over which it acts. And the patient with a history of epilepsy patient who have a history of the epilepsy should be treated at the direction of physiotherapist in consultation with the appropriate practitioners. Now, patient who have a history of epilepsy, they should be treated at the direction of physiotherapist in consultation with the appropriate medical practice. Now, the dangers of the Faraday type of currents, they may cause burn, electric shock, and hypovolemic shock. They may cause burns, electric shocks, and the hypovolemic shock. This is all about the Faraday type of currents. Now the quiz related to the Faraday type of currents. First, the Faraday type of currents are, question is, the Faraday type of currents are, options are short duration interrupted direct current, it is a long duration interrupted direct current, or it may be both short duration interrupted direct current or long duration interrupted direct current, or none of the above. Okay, the answer is the short duration interrupted direct current. Faraday type of currents are the short duration. They are the short duration interrupted direct current with a frequency of, they are a short duration direct current with a frequency of 30 to 100 hertz. Now, second question is the pulse duration of Faraday currents. Pulse duration of Faraday current, that is 0.1 to 2 ms, 0.1 to 1 ms, 1 to 3 ms, or 2 to 3 ms. Pulse duration of Faraday currents, 0.1 to 2 ms, 0.1 to 1 ms, or 1 to 3 ms, or 2 to 3 ms. Now the answer for the pulse duration of the Faraday currents is 0.1 to 1 ms. Now next question is the Faraday current, they are used in innervated muscles. Uh, Second option is denervated muscles, or in both or none. Now the answer is Faraday type of current, they are used in innervated muscles. They are mainly used in innervated muscles because they have a short duration, because they are short duration interrupted direct current. Innervated muscles means the axons and damage of axons, but other parts of the neurons remain intact. So they mainly used in the innervated muscles. Now next question is the physiological effects of Faraday currents are, options are, they may stimulation of sensory nerve, they may stimulation of motor nerves, they may cause chemical effects, or all of the above. Now the answer for the physiological effects of the Faraday currents are, they may cause stimulation of sensory nerves, stimulation of motor nerve, and they may cause chemical effects. So answer for the physiological effects of the Faraday currents are all of them. Now the next question is the therapeutic effects of Faraday currents are. Therapeutic effects of Faraday currents are, options are, they may facilitation of muscle contraction, re-education of muscle action, strengthening of weak muscle, or all of the above. The therapeutic effects of Faradic currents, they may cause facilitate, they may cause facilitation of muscle contraction, they may re-education of muscle contraction, they may re-strengthening of the muscle. So the answer of therapeutic effects of Faradic currents are all of them. Now the Faradic current produces a mild tingling and prickling sensation, brisk contraction, both or none. Now the answer for the Faradic type of current, they may produces a mild tingling and the prickling sensations. Faradic currents in used in conditions scoliosis, stiffness, knee paralysis, or all of them. Faradic current used in the conditions they may use in scoliosis, stiff knee paralysis, in all of the condition they may use. Now the frequency of the Faradic current is 30 to 100 hertz, 30 to 100 ms, 30 to 150 ms, or 20 to 100 ms. The frequency of the Faradic current is 30 to 100 ms. So answer is A, is 30 to 100 ms. So this is all about the Faradic type of current. Thank you.